So in a previous video, I covered how to back out changes from your working directory as well as the Git staging area. In this video, I'm going to cover how to back out changes that you've already committed. So before I get started, I need to do a little bit of setup to show how this is going to work. So as you can see, I'm in the Git demo project folder. So if I do a pwd, it shows exactly where I'm at on my operating system. If I do a git status, we have a clean working directory, which is what we need right now. And so what I'm going to do to show this example is I'm going to create an application log, maybe a debug log, that really doesn't belong in version control. So I'm going to type mate debug.log. I'm going to just write some text lines that would be in our log. So starting application. You get the point. So at this point, I'm going to save and close. So now if we do an ls, you can see that we have the debug log file in our directory structure. So if I do a git status, you can see it's in fact an untracked file at this point. I'm going to add. If I do git status, Git shows us that we have our new file. And now I'm going to do a git commit. So I've added the log file to our Git repository. Obviously, this isn't something you would want to do on purpose, but it might be something that would happen accidentally as you add files to the Git staging area and then inadvertently committed to the Git repository. So now I'm going to clear to give myself some more space to work. So if I do a git status, you can see we're back to a clean working directory. So that log file is already committed and it's part of the Git repository. But I really don't want that file to be there, so I can use git's rm command to remove that file. So I do git rm and then the file name. So debug.log, and Git responds back saying that it removed that debug log file. If I do an ls, you can see that Git has already deleted that file from our operating system. However, if I do a git status, it shows this in the to be committed state. That is, the fact that we did the delete of the file has been added to the Git staging area, but it has not been committed. So in order to make this change permanent and affect my Git repository, I need to go ahead and commit that deletion. To git commit -m removing log file. Let me clear again. And now I'm going to show you another way to delete files from Git. So I'm going to go through the same setup process I did before. So mate, I'm going to call it info.log. Add some text, save and close. You see the info.log file is here. So I just added the info log, git status. Now that we've set up for this second pass for deleting the file, I'm going to do this without using Git. So if we just do an ls, we can see the info.log file is there. So we can remove this file by just typing the rm command, which is what I'm going to do, or Finder, or in Windows you would use the Windows Explorer. The idea is that you're going to remove this file outside of Git's knowledge. So I'm going to type rm info.log. So now if I do an ls, so the info.log file has been removed from the file system without Git's knowledge. So if I do a git status, so Git detects that info.log has been deleted, but has not been staged for the commit yet. So this is a working directory change. So just typing git add is not going to add the removed files or the deleted files to the staging area. That's not the current version of Git's default behavior at the moment. Now in Git 2.0, this behavior will change. But for now, we need to pass in a -u to our git add command. So now I'm going to type git add -u. So now if I do a git status, Git tells me these changes are to be committed. So it picked up on the fact that we had our deleted file and added that deletion to our staging environment. So to commit this, I can continue forward by typing git commit -m removing info.log. And now the Git repository has reflected this file has been removed.